Hi everyone, I'm Marissa Parry and welcome to Be Inspired with Purely Be, your guide to living healthy in Asia, where we have real conversations with personalities and experts across Asia on how you can maintain a healthy lifestyle. So today's topic is something that's gaining a lot of traction here in Asia, but it's also shrouded with a lot of misconception. What am I talking about? Veganism. So what is the misconception? That being a vegan in Asia is really hard. Basically, where do vegans get their nutrients from? And what are they eating? So because this is a really hot topic, I've brought in an expert who is a vegan and is going to tell us all the ins and outs about being a vegan. Bubbly and witty, Davina is one of a few personalities in the region advocating a plant-based lifestyle. Known as Davina the Vegan, she spreads awareness about the vegan lifestyle by sharing her own recipes, green living tips, and cafe scouting trips on her popular social media channels. Her journey towards veganism began back in the year 2000 when she dabbled with a vegetarian diet. Over the years, she educated herself on the virtues of a plant-based lifestyle. It was also during this period that she quit her corporate job and started training with the Shaolin warrior monks at Maling Shaolin Kung Fu Academy in China. This renewed perspective has helped to place Davina not only at the forefront of veganism in Malaysia, but also as a dedicated environmental justice warrior to many conservation causes. Hello, Davina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here and delve into the world of veganism.
Yeah.
So I know you have a really interesting story, so I want you to take me back. Tell me a bit about yourself and how did you become a vegan?
All right. So my journey into veganism and a plant-based diet started in the year 2000 in my first year of college. In my childhood, I had always had an affinity towards nature and animals, read a lot of books about it, and when I felt a little bit of independence in my college years, I thought, okay, I'd like to be vegetarian. And I told my parents about my interest, and at the time, they said,
No,
no
right?
such thing.
Especially in Asia, right?
Yeah. Because for them, I think having a diet that did not include meat was not a complete diet.
Yes.
Yeah, so they said when you go out with your friends, when you go out, and have lunch by yourself, you can eat anything you want, but as long as you're with the family, you must always eat your meat.
You gotta eat your meat.
Yeah. So, and there was a lot of conflict that happened when I was trying to make a compromise, because initially I didn't have a compromise. So I was like, okay. I was very hesitant about having to go by their rules, but I was their daughter. I just had to do it.
Your beliefs versus family and
a
bit of a conflict.
Yeah. So, but I was very grateful that happened because it gave me 12 years of making sure that if I ever went into full vegetarianism, that I would do it right.
Okay.
So I spent years like reading books, watching documentaries. So by the time I made the full transition to be a vegetarian in 2012, I was more than ready. I was already a pescatarian, so my body had already adapted not eating meat. So just to backtrack a little bit, the year that I proposed to my parents that I wanted to be vegetarian, they were okay with me not eating beef, lamb, and mutton.
Yeah.
So I haven't eaten four-legged animals in 17 years. Yeah.
Your mom's actually really supportive of you.
She
right?
initially wasn't.
Yeah.
She was just jumping on the same wagon as my dad. Like, no, can't, not possible. But also, it's a mother's food is a mother's love. So if you don't eat my chicken, then that's half of my love gone. Like you don't love me anymore. So I think when I moved out of the house temporarily in the year 2010, and my father had left the family, everyone had kind of, I think my father at the time ruled the house with an iron fist, so everything that he said was his way. So I think without my father's influence, my mother kind of opened herself up to understanding her children better. So when I started introducing her more to what I was eating at home, when I was living by myself and taking her to the restaurants that I'd be eating at, it was then when she was slowly realizing that, oh, okay, so being a vegetarian is okay.
It's not that bad,
yeah,
right?
my daughter's still alive. It's pretty all right.
There are a lot of things to eat out there for people that don't eat meat.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So now she fully embraces it. She's really happy for me.
Well, when I was saying that your mom's more supportive of you, it's because I've met your mom when you've done
Yeah.
your stalls, when you've done your vegan
Yes,
stalls, and she's
yes.
there helping you with a big
Yeah.
smile on her face.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's really, really important to have your family backing you up.
Yes.
Because it makes things so much easier.
Makes it a lot easier, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I embraced vegetarianism as well back in my college days and stuff. And I think being out of the house was easier, and being overseas was easier back then. But when I came back, luckily my parents were cool about it. I mean, being a stubborn child, they didn't actually have a choice. So, but it was my extended family that would always kind of, question, like, why aren't you eating that? Or
yeah.
go, oh, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
vegetarian. And go, oh, well, we made you some fish. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's meat, and it's, but
Yeah.
we've come a long way since then, as I'm sure you must
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
really. And
Yeah.
now that you're actually from vegetarianism, which people already actually find difficult to understand, and now going into veganism.
Yes.
So going from that jump to that jump,
Yeah.
how has it been for you?
Wow. It was a very natural transition, I suppose, because I didn't realize that I was ready to be, like when I made the transition from being a pescatarian with only seafood to vegetarian, I didn't know that I had already adopted the mindset to be vegetarian all along.
Yeah.
And the similar situation happened with me from being a vegetarian to being a vegan.
Okay, so I'm going to hold you right there.
Okay.
Let's tell people what it is to be vegan. So vegetarian, basically, we're not eating cows, we're not eating chickens and lamb.
Yeah, and seafood.
Okay, but what is it to be a vegan?
A vegan is a vegetarian who also does not use or endorse the exploitation of animals on a whole, which includes the usage of animal byproducts.
Right.
Like dairy, like eggs, like honey, like even stuff that we use for clothing, like silk, wool, leather. So
Thank
it's
God for cotton.
yeah,
Or
thank
else.
God for cotton. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know what we'd be
What
wearing
would we be
actually.
wearing?
Leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you with your veganism?
My veganism is it comes from a very practical place. So I'd be a vegan whenever I'm in control completely of my decisions,
Yeah.
like what I wear and what I cook at home. But it gets a little bit difficult when I travel. Like if I go to maybe a hotel and I have dirty hands and the only hand soap available has maybe an animal-based product, but I need to wash my hands so I can eat, I would say okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, for example, my mom makes now she is really, really good at veganizing stuff I used to love to eat.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that. But she uses the same wok
Okay.
that she uses to cook meat in. And I'm fine with that.
So let's look at the health benefits
Okay.
of being a vegan. So, going back to that whole thing of the misconception that being a vegan is really hard, where are you getting your nutrition? So now we've cut out all the animal products. So number one question people are going to ask, where are you getting your protein from? And where are you getting your calcium from?
Oh. Okay. Protein is in practically everything. Even lettuce has protein. It's just not in a measurable, it's not a very acceptable amount of protein unless you eat bucketfuls of lettuce.
4 buckets of lettuce, right? For one piece of steak.
Yeah, so protein is in a lot of legumes, a lot of beans, soy products like tempeh. Tempeh is one of the highest and most bioavailable forms of protein that
It's
is
a
not
complete
meat.
protein as well,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And all across Asia, right? Our tempeh and our soy
Yes.
products.
Yeah, and it's really cheap and it's really accessible.
So give me your 5 top plant-based protein sources.
Oh, okay.
We've got the tempeh.
Tempeh, tofu.
Mhm.
Is that under one?
I put it under two because
Two?
they taste really different.
Okay, tempeh
Yeah?
and tofu.
Yeah.
Lentils.
Lentils.
I love my lentils.
Dal, right?
Dal, yeah.
Great in
yeah.
curries and everything.
Mhm. Wait. Are lentils and dal? Is
That's
dal
one.
food group?
I'm giving you only one, okay?
Okay. I would say, yeah, okay, so what is it? Tempeh, tofu, lentils, broccoli.
Favorite.
Yes.
Yes.
And long beans.
Long
Yes.
beans.
Don't know why I forgot about that.
Four
Long
angle beans. I got them growing on my balcony.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
What about calcium?
Calcium. Calcium from green leafy vegetables, dark green leafy vegetables, which is in so much abundance in Malaysia. There's so many, like, I don't even know if I'll be able to memorize each and every one by their names
Yep.
because there's so many and so many look the same.
And
But-
any market that you go across Asia when you're traveling, it's just
Yeah.
all these leafy green vegetables, and they're all
Yeah.
packed with calcium.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's something that Asian countries have an upper hand in terms of being a vegan compared to the West, because everything in like you can't get dark green leafy vegetables in winter
That's
in
true.
Europe, for example.
Yeah, but you still got your broccoli, which has got a lot
Yeah.
of calcium.
Yes, yes.
Beans as well.
A lot of beans,
I
yeah.
think a lot of the things that you mentioned that have the protein also have the calcium.
Yes.
Yeah. So it does make it quite easy being a vegan because you don't have to think about eating such a huge variety of food to get your essential nutrients,
yeah, exactly.
right?
And I think it's more about having a balanced, varied diet compared to just having a steak.
Yes.
Yeah.
You tend to, because you have to get a lot more experimental. So you do actually end eating across the board. I mean, eating a whole variety of vegetables, eating a whole variety of fruits. And that's really where all our vitamins and minerals are packed in.
Yeah, exactly. So people will always ask me, where do you get your protein from? And then I ask them back, well, where do you get your fiber and your vitamins from?
Nice answer, right?
Yeah.
Throw a question with a question.
Yeah.
And I think the interesting thing as well about calcium is that calcium is the body readily absorbs calcium from plant-based sources
Yes. Yeah.
compared to our typical dairy.
Yes. I've actually stopped taking calcium supplements since I've gone vegan.
Yep.
And yeah, I read that a Harvard study found out that when you drink milk, the animal proteins in milk leaches the bones of calcium. And I'm like, wow, how come nobody talks about this stuff?
I know,
How
right?
come nobody knows it?
So fact is that rates of osteoporosis in the West, where dairy consumption is higher, the rates of osteoporosis is higher in the West than it is compared to the East, where we have a lower consumption of dairy. So yeah. You know, people that I've known, and I'm sure people that you've also known, sometimes when they do go into this whole new lifestyle of cutting back protein because they're used to that, they do go through some changes, tiredness, or fatigue, or they just don't feel as energized. Can you tell me what changes you felt going into a vegan diet?
Wow, that's really strange because I felt the complete opposite when I went vegetarian. This is only just me being vegetarian, not even dropping the dairy and the egg yet. I felt superhuman. I had so much energy and I didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
I didn't need so much sleep. Well, 8 hours is still good, but I could wake up after 7 hours and go for a run before work. And I could never bring myself to do that when I was eating meat.
Okay.
Yeah, so much energy, and I stopped getting sick, Marissa. It was crazy. I thought it was normal to get sick.
Yeah.
Maybe
Which a lot of people do.
Yeah. Like I would get sick. Granted, I would give myself a chance to get sick, and it would happen all the time. Maybe 3 to 4 times a year. No, maybe 4 to 5 times a year.
Right. Yeah.
And then once I went vegetarian, I only got sick once every 6 months. And you could really notice it. And my skin cleared up.
Yep.
Can I use the word period? My
Yes,
period,
yeah.
my periods became so regular.
Right.
Like on the day itself that I'm expecting it, it happens.
Well, animal products have a lot of hormones, right? And a lot of
That's
these hormones are
true.
interfering with our body functions, and this is where a lot of issues are coming out.
That's
where,
true.
you know, women's cycles are topsy-turvy, illness. Where is it stemming from? It's basically food is thy medicine, right?
Yeah,
Made famous by
exactly.
Hippocrates.
Yeah.
Hippo-
Hippocrates?
Hippocrates, you know, over 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
So even like back then, he already knew the kind of lifestyle that we should be leading.
Yeah.
But yet, in this day and age, we seem to kind of be going in a bit of a reverse.
Yeah.
But it's great that we have more awareness. There's more movements, and I think we're slowly seeing people kind of this like little thing, right? Like not wanting to be sick so often, wanting
Yeah.
to have more energy, and it
Yes.
it comes down to something so simple. What you put in
Yeah.
is what you put out,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So if you're going to be putting oily food, crap food, hormone-based food into you, I mean, you
Yeah.
are going to be walking around like
Like a
right?
bag of hormones, right?
But I mean, if you're going to put yourself in with fresh fruit and fresh vegetables,
Yeah.
you're going to flourish like one,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really felt a huge difference. So I initially went into the plant-based lifestyle, into veganism from the compassionate angle, but the health benefits I've reaped from it has been so profound that that is the one thing I truly promote about the plant-based lifestyle. It will turn your whole body around. I feel like I've got a new body from veganism.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's so inspiring. I love it. So tell me one of your favorite dishes to make at home.
Favorite and easiest is fried rice. Fried rice.
Fried rice?
Yeah, because there's no hard and fast recipe for fried rice. It's just leftover rice and whatever vegetables you have in the fridge.
I love that, right?
Yes.
Because like so much stuff goes to waste.
Exactly.
But then something like a fried rice, just chop up whatever you've got left,
Yeah.
throw it into the wok.
Yeah.
Some seasoning, chili.
Yeah. Can put in like I love my tofu and my tempeh. So that definitely goes in. Green beans, corn, carrots, bell pepper. Yeah, maybe cook some green leafy vegetables on the side. And that's it. Gao tim.
Go Tim.
Gao tim.
I'm hungry. And where's your favorite place to shop? And you know,
My favorite place to shop are the places that don't put plastic packaging on all the vegetables, which is
totally.
the wet market.
Yes.
I love going to the wet market. You just pick whatever you want. They weigh it for you. You can bring your own bag. It's like the zero waste lifestyle practitioner's dream.
Yes. Let's talk about dessert.
Oh my god, dessert! My
Right?
favorite
Because
part of the interview.
Everyone's like, what's a vegan gonna eat? They're gonna
Yeah.
be able to enjoy, you know, chocolate molten cake. They're not gonna
Yeah.
be able to enjoy ice cream.
Yeah, I love my desserts, and I think if you ask any vegan what the staple in their kitchen is to make desserts, it's cashew nuts. Cashew nuts.
Full of goodness too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think the great thing about vegan desserts though is that they come with all the taste without any of the guilt. I mean, in fact,
Yes.
vegan desserts are healthy and nutritious for you, right?
And you eat less of it because it's so dense.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, energy balls.
Yeah,
Which I think we
energy
need to
balls.
we need to share that recipe.
Yeah,
You can make that in comparison to chocolate, right? So again, every woman's like time of the month chocolate or everyday chocolate. I'm a chocolate lover. I kind of need to have chocolate almost
too.
every day. But you kind of thinking, you know, where's all this chocolate going? Whereas you make these delicious energy balls from what? Cashew, almonds, dates,
Yeah.
coconut oil,
Yeah.
cacao powder or cocoa powder, and I mean, just think about all those ingredients you had.
Bliss in a ball.
It's bliss in a ball.
Bliss in a ball.
And my favorite is vegan ice cream.
Yes.
I feel you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, made with all the good ingredients. Coconut being one of the bases, right? Coconut milk.
Yeah.
Again, cashew being a good
cashews,
base.
Yeah. If you blend cashews, it becomes everything that you've ever dreamed of. Like you can blend cashews dry and it becomes Parmesan cheese with nutritional yeast and garlic powder and
Again,
salt.
cheese, another favorite,
Yes,
right?
cheese, yeah.
So I love it. This is amazing. It is
Yeah.
amazing, all these things that you can do with food,
Yeah.
right?
And with and when I love to bake vegan as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I use chia seeds to replace egg. and non-dairy milk to replace milk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually another good source of calcium. The non-dairy milks that are fortified with calcium,
Yes.
which the body readily absorbs. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You went and you spoke about the whole practicality of being a vegan, and when you're not in a space where you're in full control, you do let go sometimes.
Yeah.
So, for example, like when you're out for dinner with friends. Or maybe not even, I mean, your close friends pretty much know your lifestyle, but say you're at an event or you're at a bigger dinner party or something.
Right.
Do you feel the need to express, I'm a vegan, or, and perhaps that's a set menu? How do you deal with a situation like that?
Well, I suppose I think that's when veganism needs a bit of planning. Like if your friends aren't really aware of what veganism is and what you can or cannot eat, I always let them know. Like just to let you know, I don't eat egg, I don't eat milk, I don't take meat in general. So yeah, there's always this kind of, there have been mistakes I've made where I've just randomly gone to an event without telling anybody that I'm vegan because I didn't think it was important, and then not having anything to eat.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but when I do go out to restaurants and ask for vegan options, most waiters here don't even know what the word vegan is.
Yes.
So I just say, okay, I don't want. If I see on the menu, okay, there's a seafood pasta, I'll just say, can you take away the seafood and put vegetables in it? And it's you get used to the requests like that, and it's not. Once if you make it seem like it's not a big deal for yourself, then it's not a big deal for people to work around your dietary requirements.
Davina,
Yes.
this has been so much fun. I don't want
Are
this.
we ending?
We are.
No.
So, if you could just have one takeaway, what would it be?
My takeaway would be that a vegan lifestyle can do such amazing positive wonders to you and your soul and your community. So I think a vegan lifestyle should be approached in a similar positive light. And I think it's easy for somebody to think of what will I be missing out on if I become vegan. But it's just as easy to think about what can I gain from this lifestyle. And I think once you think about everything that can happen to you in a positive way from the lifestyle, it becomes so much easier. And you're already halfway there into becoming a better person from it. So yeah, approach the lifestyle in a positive light and let that be your guide.
That's a beautiful takeaway.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here on the
you.
show. And for all of you watching and wondering what a vegan lifestyle is all about, I hope these great tips from Davina come in handy. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, hop on over to purelybee.com for more inspiring articles, and sign up for our e-newsletter for weekly updates. Thank you for watching. Be inspired with Purely Bee. I'm Marissa. Till next time.